Okay, so it's been a little while since I've done a stream, and that's because I've been rethinking how I go about doing these in the future. But for today, I just wanted to do a really quick demonstration of how to set up animators in Unity. I've had a request from a friend who was having trouble doing this, so this is for anyone who wants to put a really simple animation on a model in Unity in a very quick and easy way. So what I'm going to do I'm going to use my spider crab as an example for this, since I've been working on that recently. So I've got my spider crab here. This is actually an FBX file which I exported from Blender, but it should work exactly the same if you just drop a blend file into Unity. So it sort of depends how you want to do it. What I've done is when you import the model, you've got your various tabs and whatnot here. It shouldn't really matter what you do here for the first two bits. This isn't really that important. Generic, you've got to just select generic if it's a generic rig, and humanoid if it's a humanoid rig, etc. For animations, if you actually have a clip attached to your blend file or your FBX file, you should see them automatically all get populated here. If not, what you can do is click the plus button here, it'll pop up, and then once you've selected the clip you're interested in, all of these clips here are what actually come in the FBX file or the blend file, and you just select the one you want, rename it. In this case, I'm going to use the idle animation for the body. I've called it body idle, and the important thing is that this one is a looped clip. You need to click this loop time button to make sure that it actually loops. This is a very straightforward clip. I'll just demonstrate it. Actually, you can't see that because my face is in the way, but you get the idea. If I expand it out a bit, you can see the crab's just idling, and the clip will loop back to the beginning and rotate round and round and round and keep going for all of time. So with that done, your model should, when you click in this little tab, this little arrow here, what should happen is it will plus out, and you will see all of your clips, all of your animation clips that you've assigned in the inspector up here should appear underneath the model root itself here, right? So you can see the clip has appeared here, and you get various little bits of information, like the length is just shy of 8 seconds, and it loops, right? And it's 24 frames a second. Perfect. Right. So with that done, all you need to do is literally drop your model into Unity, into the scene, and here we go, my very handsome spider crab. Now, as it stands, if I click play, nothing will happen because I've not set up any of the animators or animations for this particular crab. So once it actually loads, let's see what happens. Come on, Unity. There we go. Static, nothing happening, lifeless crab. So the reason that it's not doing anything is because we haven't set up the animator or the clip with the idle animation on it. So the first thing we need to do is close this down so there's not so much space. We need to populate this animator controller slot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, I'm going to create, where are we? Animator controller. I'm just going to call this test animator. There we go. And I'm going to literally drag that into the slot there. You should find that your avatar slot has automatically populated because your model will automatically be given this animator component, and it should find the avatar automatically. If not, you can find it usually underneath your root object here, with this little sort of person icon there. So what you then need to do is open up the animator window. So I've actually got my animator window open here, but if let's close that tab so I can show you how you open it up. Window, where are we now? Animator. There we go. So you see you get your state machine, which should be, if you've selected your object, this should be the state machine of interest. Okay, so it's whatever's connected to your in this case my spider crab model, it's whatever animator component you've just created, the animator controller, should appear here when you've selected that model. If I click away, actually it might be a different one, but let's just for sake of argument, if I had two models and I clicked on one model, the animator controller that appears will be the one that you've currently selected there. So what you do then is, let's go back to my spider crab folder. You find your model, you find your animation, and you literally drag it in, and this will become the default animator, the default clip. And you can click on this and you can see that it's this particular state has got the clip connected to it. Excuse me. The speed is 1. You can obviously change the speed if you decide to make it go faster or slower, and you can leave everything else exactly as it is, and that's literally all you need to do. So I'm just going to drop that down there and hit play again, and what you should see, with any luck, hopefully, there we go. And if I just pull this up a little, you can see that again, if I've got my spider crab selected, it will find the animator. If I click off on something else, you'll see, actually, because it's the only animator in the scene, it's always going to be the one that's showing here. But you can see it's looping through, and he's doing this thing, and there you go. That's it. Simple as that. So hopefully that's all you need to do to get a very basic idle animation, or just if you've got a mechanical piece of equipment or whatever that just does a rotation of pieces of gears or whatever. That's all you need to do. If you need more complicated state machine behavior, that's an entirely different set of tutorials that you can delve into, but that should get you going for very basic animations and getting things looking at least a little bit more lifelike in Unity. So that's actually all I wanted to do for this stream. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. If you have any requests on stuff you'd like to see, by the way, please let me know either in the comments on the uploaded YouTube, or you can tweet at me or whatever using the links in the various links that you should find around and about the place. And just, yeah, if you've got any questions, ask away. I'll see what I can do in terms of putting together quick tutorials or whatever. I'm intending to make these streams more of a sort of show and tell and sort of demo type thing than I've been doing in the past, which is sort of just watching me work, which in all honesty I suspect is a little bit tedious for most people watching. So I'm going to try and keep these a little bit more focused, a little bit shorter, less than half an hour, no more than once a week, and that should hopefully make things a little bit more interesting for people who are interested in learning or developing their Unity or Blender skills. So that's it for today. Hopefully you'll find the new formats a little bit more useful to you, and I will catch you in the next stream. Ta-ra for now.